Western Michigan, kind of been a thorn in your guys' side. Disappointing series last time you guys play them. What's got to change this time around to turn the tables on that?
Well, we obviously got to change some things. We didn't win hockey games, but disappointing, I don't know. You look at our league, every weekend so far we've got points, and points matter. You know what I mean? So yes, disappointing we didn't get 3 points, but as close as our league is and as hard as it is every weekend, playing against a team I would say we don't match up great against, because they're like a bunch of skating refrigerators. They're big men that have a decent amount of skill, and they work very hard, and they're well coached. So it gets frustrating for our guys at times, but it's coming down this time of year. It's playoff hockey, and you got to fight through stuff like that.
Last time against Western, maybe more the execution. You guys weren't playing their game, not necessarily a bad effort by you guys.
No, I think we actually tried to play their game. You know, I think that if we would have kept our feet moving, I think they would have been to the penalty box a lot more than they were. Instead, we started getting frustrated and didn't move our feet, and therefore we were killing a lot of penalties.
Someone else can chime in. Just keep going here.
More follow-ups. There's still a chance you can play your way into third place. So what's the message? I mean, you need 5 or 6 points for that scenario to be relevant. So what's the message to the guys going into this weekend?
Well, we play to win every game, you know, no matter who we're playing against. Obviously, and the message is we still have an opportunity to have home ice advantage. I think the guys are ready. In my opinion, they are. They practiced hard all week. I'm sure Western Michigan had his practice hard week, as well. But it's a fun place to play. It's an energetic building. The fans are right on top of you. Their student section's great. So I think the kids should be excited to go there for the huge challenge.
What was the gratification to getting Dom back in the lineup? I know he didn't necessarily go back to the top line, but having him just back out on the ice and contributing had to be a big shot in the arm.
Well, I think it was a combination. I wouldn't even call him going back to the top line. Al didn't play either, so it's just a fact that I thought Jared Thomas did a heck of a job in the position that he was at, and Dom, no matter what he had done in the past, hadn't skated for a long time, and it takes time for him to get back into his game mode, I guess you'd say, and over the course of the weekend, I thought he got better every period.
Do you expect to have Al back this weekend?
I don't think Al's going to be playing this weekend, so I think we're going to go in at the same lineup we had last weekend, and it doesn't matter. You saw when Dom was out, we had success against some great teams. Obviously, last weekend, Omaha's a great team. 2 very close, even hockey games. Could some of those guys put you over the edge? Absolutely. But if you're playing hockey the right way, with as far as being on the right side of pucks, and it's about taking advantage of your scoring chances versus who's in the lineup.
Is this a precautionary measure with Al? Like if this is a playoff series, could he go out there and play if need be?
I don't think so. This is, for me, anyone who's had the flu this year and has been very sick knows that even though you start feeling better, you're not better. And I had it, and I was not feeling well for a month. Sandy had it, he wasn't feeling well for a week. Some guys were done in 2 days. So anyone who's had the flu this year knows that it's a day-to-day thing, and he wasn't ready to go today, so why take him on the weekend?
You guys moved Bolar up to this weekend. How do you feel his play there, and how comfortable are you moving those guys around playing positions?
Once again, Danny's been with us for 2 years, and we kept our systems the same for 2 years. So Danny knows how to play every position, because we don't just separate the forwards in a meeting and separate the D. We bring the team in and have team meetings over stuff like that. So it was a quick sit down with Danny, and Danny knows where to be on the ice. He's a smart hockey player, and he's a good skater, and he's smart with the puck, and he's got a good shot. And I think Danny's going to do fine, just like McCormick did fine in where was he? He played in Oxford up front. I think he did a heck of a job.
Daz played well for you this past weekend. He has really all season long. The team defense seemed to take a step forward in the series against Omaha, kind of making up his space and making Omaha frustrated offensively.
I thought it was great. I was really happy. We asked them, we challenged them to move forward with their defensive play, and to be patient at times and to be aggressive at times. And they're slowly but surely starting to get better. I think it started in Oxford when we played Miami with a team that likes to do a lot of high cycles and along the wall cycles and behind the net cycles, and Omaha was kind of similar to that. And I thought we kept people wide. We let Kaz see a lot of the shots, and I think this weekend's going to be much of the same, except against a bigger hockey team.
As the regular season winds down, can you kind of reflect in general on Kaskisuo's efforts this year? I mean, do you think that as a coaching staff you're going to have as much success as having?
Yeah, we expect, when we recruit kids, we expect them to play. Sometimes it takes them longer than others to get into their groove of where they fit in the pecking order amongst the hockey team. But Kaz is a 21-year-old freshman. He's been through a lot of hockey. He's got 3 years of junior hockey behind him. He's got several games of playoff experience and maybe even some Game 7s experience, some big games under his belt. And just like every other freshman, for his level, there was times when we expected more out of him, but he still played really well. And now we don't count kids as a freshman after Christmas as far as where their hockey is. They should all be on the same page by now, and I think it's whoever's playing best gets to play.
When you look at his games the last couple of weekends at Miami and then against Omaha, are you seeing him taking a step forward? Not that he was ever bad. Are you seeing him kind of evolving and growing in these last couple of weekends?
I think he's evolving at the same pace as the rest of our team. You know, you talk about how our defense has evolved to start playing well, therefore he's seeing more shots. You know, I think that's hand in hand. That's why it's a team sport. So unless he was a forward that was doing special things to score us goals, he's making as many big saves right now, in my opinion, as he was at the beginning of the year, but he's not seeing as many quality chances against because our defense is better.
And going into playoff season, do you guys kind of see playoffs as like an extension of your original season or your just the season? Or do you see it as like a different kind of season for you guys?
Well, I think it's a new challenge, and I treat it as a new season. In our league, every team makes playoffs. It's just whether you get a start on the road or at home. You look at our playoffs in our league last year. Number 7 beat number 2, I do believe, and we lost to number 5, and 6 beat 4. So it just matters. You make playoffs. It's a new season. It's a new challenge. It's a new approach to how playoff hockey is, and some teams pick it up quicker than others.
Are you happy that shootouts are not a part of the playoffs?
I'm not sure I want to get into shootouts, but I can tell you this. I've been a player for a long time and a coach now for several years, and I think every game should end in a hockey play, not a one-on-one situation. Those things that you see in a shootout don't actually happen all the time in a game. You know, you might get a breakaway, but it's guys coming after you, guys ready to slash you as you're about to shoot. I know it's exciting for the fans, but I'd like to see us, if we're going to have a overtime, let's play overtime until someone wins. That's right. I don't care if it takes 4 overtimes. You know, no team, you know, teams that have to leave Saturday night normally travel on a bus, or if they're flying, they leave Sunday. So let's keep the concessions open and finish it off.
Do you guys worry about the team's lack of success in shootouts at all? Because right now, you know, those 3 points are the difference between you guys being home or on the road possibly for the playoffs.
I go more glass half full. I'm a more let's work on scoring more goals in regulation and not worry about gripping our sticks and fighting not to get into a shootout.